welcome to the city show.
Thank you.
Very city, right?
Well, only as silly as you make it to be.
Yeah. And could you say your name?
Yes, my name is Marie.
Yeah.
Nadeau.
Nadeau.
E-A-U.
Nadeau is a Japanese beans, right?
Yeah, Nadeau.
Yeah, Nadeau.
In Chinese, it's Nadeau.
Yeah,
right?
Nadeau, yeah.
Tremblay. T-R...
Tremblay is a very famous name in Montreal.
Oh, you're missing an E there.
Yeah.
Tremblay.
Tremblay is
an A.
Yeah. We have the mayor Tremblay, right? Tremblay.
Yeah, there's a lot of Tremblay in Quebec.
Yeah, a lot of Tremblay. It's a famous name here.
Yeah.
So welcome. Again.
Thank you.
And to save some time, we pick some food first.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, you know I'm vegetarian.
Me too.
Really? No, you're kidding.
For today.
Oh, okay. Well, you can pick. The only thing is I don't like bell peppers. So, 什么都可以。
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. You pick some. I eat very little today. I try to lose some weight.
Oh, really?
I don't eat much.
You shouldn't lose too much weight. You're gonna
Die.
not be okay. 那你决定吧。
Okay. 土豆丝。And
都可以。
Green beans.
可以。
The vegetable and garlic sauce, so make it light.
Yeah.
Okay, so 3.
Yeah.
And the rice as well, right?
I don't eat a lot of rice.
So no rice today at all.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I mean, if you have a little bit of rice, I'll have a little bit of rice.
Okay, just one we share.
But I'm not a huge rice eater.
Okay. Okay, let me get this down. Okay. Okay. Okay, let me get this downstairs.
Okay.
So we continue. So actually, I'm really happy to have you here because you are a very interesting person.
Oh.
Actually, you and your little friend called the Sahara Desert.
Yes.
And you guys helped a lot as the customers to pay for our bills.
That's true.
Yeah. Otherwise, we're probably going to bankrupt.
We have donated a lot of money and digestive fluids.
Yeah. Thank you very much. You brought some friends also. So
yes, always. Of course.
Over the years.
Yes.
Really, some good people.
Some horrible people also.
No, at least we don't judge. We as long as you pay, help the restaurant to survive.
Yes.
That's good.
Yes.
And really appreciate that. Really. And
I intend to continue doing so.
Thank you very much. And so I hope the business is going to continue for some time.
Yes, me too. Because otherwise I'll be in deep trouble.
And also very impressive. Your Chinese level is crazy good.
No, it's really not crazy good. It's very basic.
Let's try some. You really
pick any subject outside of just a very limited day-to-day casual conversation, and I'm lost.
So you mean you need to more like vocabulary on different social settings.
Yeah.
Different social settings.
Yeah.
我感觉你的中文很厉害。
没。
一般的点菜没问题。
当然了。
还有什么厉害的？就是还有什么方面会？
做爱没问题。
What？
还有什么？买东西
也挺容易。OK。
问路。没问题。
文化方面呢？
还可以。还可以。
音乐方面肯定很厉害。
可以。
二胡。You know the 二胡, right?
Yeah, of course.
I guess that's the best instrument. Music in China, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I really like the guzheng and pipa as well.
That one too expensive.
Well,
It's not easy to access.
it's the same price if you go on Spotify to listen to it.
How do you like the other one is called like a flute, the Chinese flute,
Oh, yeah.
beads. How do you
Yeah.
like that one? That's magical.
Yeah, I like that too. Yeah.
It's very magical. I think you just like how many holes there? 5 or 6.
Like there's not a lot.
Yeah.
It's
So
very simple.
by covering some of them, you make different tones.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
That's
It's
magical.
cool. I can't do that. Yeah. But you know, there's a really good guzheng and pipa musician in Montreal.
Really?
Yeah, Liu Fang. She's like super famous.
Liu Fang?
Yeah. Yeah.
Pipa is fine. It's not expensive, but guzheng, that thing is like
Yeah, it's
piano,
huge,
right?
yeah.
It's huge. So
Yeah.
I guess it's costs a lot of money.
And the strings are very expensive too. And originally they were made with silk, right?
Mm.
And that breaks very easily. So if you want to have like the
Made of
original,
silk?
yeah, it's silk strings. Yeah. Erhu also, I think. Originally it was silk strings.
I thought it was coming from the horse air or hair or some kind of air. It must be at
yeah,
the
that's
beginning.
for the bow. And I'm not sure if they ever used that for strings. But I'm not a specialist.
But I'm really impressed. Like you really like the Chinese culture
Yeah, of course.
and tradition. Like
Yeah.
that's really amazing. Like it's for me. I'm moving out of China. I've been here in Montreal for almost 20 years. So it's kind of for me. I like the Western culture, and then you like Chinese culture. So
Yeah.
it's always like something we call distance create beauty.
Yeah.
You know that in Chinese, right? 距离产生美. So like literally like distance
Yeah.
create beauty.
Yeah. I see. Yeah, well, sometimes also being away from home makes you appreciate home more.
I don't know if you know this Chinese expression or not, is 小别胜新婚. Do you know that?
不知道
It's about for sex. 小别
什么意思？
小别 means like just separate for a little while. 小别 little, right? 小别 别 means goodbye, right?
Okay.
小别胜新婚 胜 is trump over.
Yeah.
So better than 新婚 new wedding.
Okay.
So
I see.
you have a good sex when you like new wedding.
Separated. Oh.
Yeah, if you separate for a while,
Yes.
you renew the sex thing.
Yes.
Like it's 小别胜新婚. You learn
Ancient
something.
wisdom.
Yeah.
Ancient wisdom.
Yeah, exactly.
Tested and proved.
Yeah, you
Proven, tested and
Yeah.
whatever. I can't speak English apparently.
That's why like sometimes when you are married for a long time, you have no excitement. You be kind of familiar with each other too long.
Yes.
So it's better to separate for some time.
Yes.
You learn
I have
something.
not been there yet. I have not yet been
For
married.
the old couple like me,
Yeah.
old married guy.
So,
So 小别胜新婚, 距离产生美. Those it's really like Chinese like being civilization for a long time. So it really got a lot of wisdom over
yes,
time.
indeed.
I guess people in China like 2,000 years ago, probably they are smart or even smarter than right now.
Of course.
But create a lot of wisdom.
Yes. The Chinese have good reasons to be proud of their culture because if you look at the other ancient civilizations, all of them, they're not there anymore.
Yeah, still continued, right? Continue the civilization. The longest,
Chinese, yes.
still continued.
Yes.
So what do you like most about the Chinese culture? It's really because I really want to understand some. I know my logic to look into the other culture, but the Chinese culture is at the beginning the language thing, right?
It's a long process to get invested and interested in a culture that is not familiar to you at first. And of course, at first you have your own ideas of what it is and what you're going to find out, and you're curious. And little by little, you learn more, and then your interest either grows or goes away with your expectations, But I started being interested in Chinese culture at the end of high school because I made a few Chinese friends, and I got slowly into ancient Chinese literature like Tangshi.
Oh yeah,
like the Tang
that
poetry.
one is the best. Yeah,
It's the best.
Yeah, that's
and books like 红楼梦.
Yeah,
and Chinese music.
I really thought you can understand that level. Even the
I didn't read it in Chinese. I read it in French.
Okay, makes
Obviously.
sense. Yeah, because that thing is crazy.
It's
like
crazy.
totally like Shakespeare level.
Yeah, it's even translated. You're getting yourself on a wild ride.
Yeah. I finished the original text.
Yeah.
When I was in senior high school.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because after the senior high school, you train by the Chinese language level. So that time, if you are any student like aspire to be good of the Chinese culture thing, that thing you have to do is read the original book.
Okay,
so I finished that probably the last when I was 16 years old.
Yeah.
The whole thing like they thick.
Yeah, it's
called 120 chapters.
So
they said
the
first 80 chapters was original from original author. So the last the ending, the last 40 chapters was made written by another scholar.
Like Mozart's Requiem. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So continue. Sorry to interrupt.
Well, I don't know where I was at, but
yeah, you said you.
Then when I entered Mcgill University, I took Chinese class as an elective to learn Chinese, and then I went to China. I've been now 5 times or something like that. I went the first time when I was 19, then 21, then 23. And
then 24 now.
Yeah, that's right.
You just came back from.
Yeah, right. I am 24. That's right.
Yeah, but so what's the first time you're learning the Chinese language?
The first thing I learned?
First time you start learning the language itself.
Yeah, I was 19, first year of bachelor. So you want the year? You want to reveal my age?
No. Just like, so it's the university, the first years.
I did
so
3 years. 3 years at the Mcgill University. And then after that, I tried to maintain it as much as I could by watching like TV dramas and stuff like that.
The food, so this is super healthy. Thanks to you. Looking healthy today. So you want to split half of the?
Yeah, sure. Give me a little bit. 够了.
Okay.
谢谢.
So that's a Chinese language class in the Mcgill that time, right?
Yeah.
So at the
it's every day of the week. Yeah. So it's very intensive.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what's at the beginning? What did they teach you the first class like?
喝咖啡, 喝咖啡, 喝咖啡. So you learn the tone, straight tone, first tone. And the first year you don't learn a lot of words. You just learn very basic, key sentences and the tones and some characters.
Okay. So they get you familiar with the tone, the sound.
And that's hard for most people, but it was easy for me because I'm a musician. So the first I would say 2 years of Chinese were quite easy for me because I'm a musician and also I like to draw. So I have a good visual memory, so characters and all that.
Yeah, that's how you good at the writing. You write a lot of characters.
Yeah, so that was the easy part. But the grammar, 3rd year of Chinese started to be a little bit more work for me. And I still don't think I get it.
But what we start with the students, the grade 1 students to learn Chinese, we always start with 6 characters.
Oh, really? What is it?
上中下人口手上 the top, middle,
好好学习渐渐向上
that's the later. But then this first character always 上中下人口手人 people, 口 and mouth and 手. I don't know why the 人口手 is at the beginning also. Because the part of the characters, 人口手 maybe a lot of people you see like this means like a lot of people, right? So always have this 人 on the side of the character.
Okay.
So 人口手 口 a lot of like you have 喝 drink because it's involved with mouth.
Yeah.
So 手 like this. A lot of time you have like this looking for. This is part of hand.
找
Yeah, 找. So the left part is the hand. So I guess that's why they call 上中下人口手. So always start with this. It's like
it
it's
could
like
have
a
been
song.
like 大小
Yeah, 大小. But then 大小maybe the next.
Yeah.
So 大小多少 all that kind of basic stuff.
Yeah.
So in my memory, I studied the Chinese character. The first class always is 上中下人口手.
I see.
For some reason, maybe they are the basic of basics.
Yeah.
Of the part of the, especially the 人口手, I see that the lot of actions, left part always the show like this, like this.
Yeah.
So that means show.
I see.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So 口 means all actions with your mouth.
Of
so
course.
the character, yeah. So all this, it's like a song, like for a baby, like a baby shark,
Yeah.
do kind of thing. For us, I remember today, 上中下人歌手 is like crazy.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
I'm surprised they did not start the class with this.
They started with like 你好, you know, and you have to read 你好,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. 你忙吗?
Yeah.
You know,
That-
very
that-
super
yeah.
basic.
That tones, I guess, is very important to, like the learning French, they always have the accent always on the second to the last, right? That's kind of the
It's
trick.
hard to talk about your own native language
Yeah.
because it's so innate
Yeah,
and instinctive.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I guess. But I'm sure you know better than me.
Okay, we can get some food. 吃吧. In Chinese, always the greeting always 吃过了吗?
Yes.
吃过了吗? My mom always asks me every time I call her. She's like,
I don't know if is it still like that?
yeah, yeah,
Now?
still
Really?
not in the
don't
city,
really hear
in the
that.
traditional way.
Ah,
In
okay.
the rural, I always see that Chinese tradition
Uh-huh.
always being kept in the rural area, not in the 吃过了吗?
Mm.
Or like she always asks my wife like 怀上了吗?
怀上.
了吗?
What's
Mean-
怀?
怀 means 怀孕. 怀孕 pregnant.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, no wonder I don't know that word.
So the mom, every time I call her, like even like this age, she's still probably 吃过了吗? Have you eaten?
Mhm.
Or like 怀上了吗? Is your wife pregnant yet?
Oh my
She,
god.
she always want like more kids.
Really?
Yeah, it's like every time the conversation. I guess only recently she gave up. like,
Well, okay, but you have a child.
yeah.
Yes.
But she always wants more grandchildren.
I see.
怀上了吗? You learn a lot of Chinese from today.
Yeah.
怀上了吗?
怀上了吗?
Yeah.
I've never been asked that.
Yeah. Lema is always the question, right?
Yes.
Lema is like, have you already?
Yes.
Thank you. That's why sometimes I'm very curious about like people interested in Chinese culture tradition.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, I've always think about this, like the real tradition, a lot of things. In the city, they always look like Western, right? Shanghai, Beijing, a lot of people, they drink coffee. You know the Luckin
Yeah.
coffee?
Yeah.
They're bigger than Starbucks
Shanghainese love
coffee and wine.
coffee. Yeah. But they do weird shit with the coffee. They like put some flavors in it. But yeah, no. Coffee is good in China now.
Yeah, that's the in big cities somehow Western style always being adopted.
Mm.
The bigger the city, the more people adopt more Western style.
You think?
Yeah, especially Shanghai.
Yeah,
If you go to like my village, nobody gave a damn.
of course.
Yeah.
I haven't visited China enough, to be honest, to be able to really comment on that.
But some later, if you go to China, probably can visit my village. You will see what real China is.
Oh, I've seen real China. I've been to like Tangshan, like
You went to city or village?
village, like not even in Tangshan, like the suburbs of Tangshan to visit a friend. Yeah, I've seen it. I have seen it.
So, did the accent give you trouble?
Mm,
If you
like
go-
Hebei accent.
One good
Like
thing,
Shanghainese, you mean?
a good thing is the good judgment. The measurement is like if you go to a rural village, rural, really far. Even the people really good at Chinese, you cannot understand their accent.
Because it's not 普通话.
Yeah, that's like a real village.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I've experienced that yet.
So if like they talk to you, you think you have a okay level of Chinese, but then somebody said it's like a total foreign, like Japanese.
I know.
Like,
yeah.
Even the real Shanghai people, their accent for me looks like Japanese.
Yeah.
Sounds like Japanese.
It does sound a bit Japanese.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the people from my village right now, they're still, especially the old generation, the young kids, young people, they adapt the Mandarin really well. But my parents' generation, the accent they speak, the people outside, they cannot get nothing from them.
Can you get it?
Yeah, for sure. That's the memory.
Can you give me an example?
Let me see, what is that? It's a very funny accent. 你的党样的
No. I don't get it.
That does not mean well. 你的党样的 translate like it's like you that you gloomy damn look. People like give the bad face, the gloomy face or something.
Okay.
We always like talk to. We're not polite. Sometimes we just say,
你干啥?
yeah, 你干啥? Yeah.
Okay.
Or even you just look kind of gloomy or like looking mad or something. We always say like looking somebody, find somebody like not looking happy or try to pick a fight or something. Yeah, 你的党样的 But if people from outside, perfect Mandarin, but you can never get what it's like.
Interesting.
I usually don't talk that way, but if my father talked to me over the phone, I pick up right away. I can have the conversation. But when I finish my phone conversation with my parents, I talk to my wife. She's like, you're a different person.
I see.
It will take me a while to change back to my Mandarin.
Fascinating.
Yeah. But for me, if I go to the visit, I can transition right back to the old way of our dialect. Very fast.
You're near Tianjin, right?
No, I far from Tianjin.
Oh, really?
1,000 kilometers.
Oh, shit.
Tianjin is the university. That's why we call our Jiangsu province is like southern. So southern accent is more quick. It is generally speaking probably the more southern, the faster people speak their accent. So just they combine kind of together, a lot of words together into one or something. But in the north, like a lot of Beijing or Tangshan, usually their accent is like more close to official Mandarin. So it's not difficult to understand, even you're not from there.
But let me tell you, the taxi driver in Beijing, the first time I went,
that's far from being difficult. If you go to Jiangxi or Guangdong, this Fujian, that's totally different level. You can, for Beijing, if local Beijing, the real accent in Beijing, you can get, like for me, regular guy, good at saying Chinese, probably can pick up 50 or 60, 70% of what they mean.
Yes,
but from Fujian, you get zero, even for us. We got zero from. So it's like, generally speaking, the more southern, more difficult, very fast, like shooting guns. Like,
oh, really?
Yeah, even our village, like the.
What about like Changsha, Hunan?
Changsha is in the middle, I guess. For us, it's Changsha and the Jiangsu. They are kind of the similar level of. If you talk about south north. Okay. So that's for me. I kind of typically people think Jiangsu province from the southern part of China. So the time when I choose a university, I intentionally choose a northern city to try to get the culture from the north.
I see. Why did you want to get the culture from the north?
Want to just be different, to see a different world or something, or like a father from the home. Like
I see.
Yeah, for the young guy, you always want to move.
See the world.
Yeah, to move far from where you're from. It's better to understand. It's more like a lonely, that kind of thing, to build your character. Not being the homesick. We call like not tough. We want to be tough.
I see. China is big too.
Yeah, it's very, very. I haven't visited anywhere. Like
really?
Yeah. Because I was growing up so poor, I had no means, no money to travel.
And you didn't go back much?
No, not at all. It's funny. At my primary school, I did not go to kindergarten. That time we were so poor, we did not have kindergarten thing. So we had only 5 years for the elementary school from grade 1 to 5. So it was in a village. So and then the junior high school 3 years was in a town, really like a village as well. It's a little town. And then the county senior high school 3 years. So from the county, still they call countryside somehow. They still kind of discriminate against us, saying that you're not from city. So county level, and then for the university, I went directly to a big city, Tianjin. But after that, I got a nice job in Shenzhen, another big city. Then after that, up to Montreal, Canada. So there's no.
Why did you pick Montreal of all places?
No, I had a good job offer.
Here?
Yeah, from a company in Montreal. So I was super lucky to get that. So that's why I was. It's destination. I guess. What is that called? Fate. Somehow I traveled a lot because the company sponsored business trips, so I see different part of the world already. And then I was lucky to get job offer, and somehow I was kind of internationally thinking. When I was only 25, 24, I traveled 23. When I was 23, I was sent to Egypt, Cairo.
Really?
Cairo, Egypt. Yeah, I stayed there several months.
Oh, wow.
I went to Great Pyramids 4 times or 5 times, so I get bored.
Nice.
Yeah, so I was lucky, super lucky to.
And where did you meet your wife?
In the college, in the university. She was from another famous college, university. Just our 2 campuses just next to each other. So there's a kind of trail. There's a wall between, but there's a gate. So they're not closing that gate. So the bike trail can walk through. And so the students had always stayed from each other. Our university is more like called engineering, more like majors engineering. So they more like a social development, those kind of English literature or the language culture thing. So their style. So and our university get 80% guys. So their university get like probably 80% girls.
I see.
So it's perfect matching. So we had the chat room that time, internet chat room. So we always like have mixing the chat rooms. Like so it's when you are 20, probably always find a girlfriend from that university.
I see.
So lucky though that time. We met through a chat room.
Really?
Yeah.
You met online?
Yeah, online. Yeah. We're pioneers.
Pioneers indeed.
Yeah, that was 2000. So.
Oh my God.
What was the beginning of the internet chat rooms? And after that, they have BBS, but somehow BBS.
What is that? What is BBS?
BBS, the forums or something, chat forums.
I see.
What is that? Reddit.
Okay.
Reddit was so huge in China at that time. Yeah. But then that kind of website, right now they were all replaced by apps.
What about QQ?
QQ was, I guess, around 2000. When I was graduating from university, so all our classmates went to different cities, but we kept contact through QQ. I guess 1999 95, 96. That time QQ was big.
I had QQ.
Oh, yeah. People saying the QQ right now reviving now.
Really?
Young kids, they are using QQ instead of the WeChat.
I see.
But both QQ and WeChat, they were developed by the same company. They owned by the same company, by Tencent. So they're still the same company. Somehow they create two super popular apps, programs, super popular. So they were dominating. The QQ helped all the classmates. Even you found your classmates from elementary school 20 years ago or 15 years ago through that QQ.
Yeah.
Called chat group. The chat group is huge thing. The WeChat group. You know, the last week there's big news like United States, they have the Signal chat group, the attack plan to Houthis.
No.
Like those top security officials, United States, they were chatting, a group chat to have a attack plan over a chat group, and they invite unintentionally journalists in the group without knowing. So they were discussing the plan. So that's like we Chinese people, we always use WeChat groups. We group chat all the time. Gossips.
Yes.
So that's why after that good job, the first job of the university is super lucky, the best company ever. So gave us a lot of money, give me a lot of chance to visit different cities in the world. So at the meantime, before that I did not have any money to travel. So that's why it's a blank for me to visit any cities in China. So Shenzhen I know best because I lived there for 4 or 5 years. Tianjin I lived there 4 years because of university. So that's the only two cities I lived.
I see.
And because Tianjin and Beijing, they're very close, right? So that time was already high-speed train around 2000. So I was still in the university. So I took 1 or 2 trips to Beijing to see the flag raising ceremony in Tiananmen Square, right?
I see.
So that one, we get up super early, 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock. So they have those kind of ceremonies, super serious. Not that one. So it's national anthem. But that was very cheap that time, the kind of hotel.
Yeah, of course.
So I guess a weekend, I went there only 3 days. I visited Beijing that time, but I never went to Great Wall, even till today. So all the famous tourist sites, the Huangshan, Taishan, and the Great Wall, Changchun, I never visited. I saved that for my retirement.
Oh, I see.
Never visit any famous places in
Beijing.
In China.
Oh, in China.
Beijing was so even very close to Tianjin. I never visit those famous
So I've probably seen more than you.
100%. A lot of foreigners visit China. They visit more China cities than me. And what is that? The palace, right? The Forbidden City. I never visited.
Forbidden City, the Summer Palace.
Yeah, never visited. So that's you save the good things for you are old. You know, when I'm 70, 80 years old, try the old legs on the Great Walls. The old legs. So that's why I never visit. I'm not familiar with a lot of China cities. Not at all. So you have more knowledge than me.
China is going to be very different when you're 70 years old.
Yeah, for sure. But I still visit my village. 6 years ago, I went back to the village.
Oh yeah? Was it very changed?
For sure, changing for the good, for the better, but the tradition or something still there. But when old generations die, and probably we lose a lot of that.
That's both good and bad.
If you want to be modern, you lose a lot of. That's why it's a lot of people saying like Japan even is very modern. They keep a lot of their tradition. Is that true? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But in China, we did not do that very well, I guess.
No, because you got rid of all of it.
Yeah. That's really interesting. But like you, last time you stayed in Japan for how long? 6 months, you said, or
Yeah.
more than that?
6 months.
Exact.
Mhm.
That's your first time there, or you visit?
No, I visited once first. 1 month.
So
So
how
in
do
total 7 months.
how do you like Japan in overall? Like you be in Shanghai, Beijing, or
I love Japan.
but what is the difference you can tell like
Japan
the
didn't have
culture?
a cultural revolution to start with. It's I don't like comparing Japan with China because everyone always does that
Yeah, we always
for some reason. Because
they come from the
I get it,
same,
there's like a split second of shared history,
Yeah.
and they're close geographically, but
very curious.
it's like comparing pears and apples.
Yeah, but we are curious as well for like the Chinese people. For me, I'm super curious about how do they change from the heavy tradition. Their tradition is very heavy as well. If you look at the 1800, 1700, they were like China that time. Like then we split ways like crazy.
There's been a lot of cultural exchange in the history of Japan and China. But
but
if you want me to talk about Japan, I can. But I don't want to compare with China.
Okay.
Because that's not a fair.
I want to learn some that from first-hand experience.
Yeah, Japan is amazing. You should visit if you want because you're gonna have a good time.
That's my retirement plan as well.
Yeah.
I have a lot of list, a lot of stuff on my list when I retire.
And you're gonna have an easy time because if you can read the characters, then you can find your way around.
How is your Japanese language?
It was a lot better when I was living there and speaking it every day. And now that I've been back and I've been speaking mostly Chinese, and it's not gone, but it's deep now. There's some excavation to be done. Yeah. So that
also you read Chinese character help that too, right?
Oh yeah.
Especially the places.
Yeah.
You can get this is for something.
The instructions for things, you know, going to the like Sento, which is the public bath. I can.
You try that thing?
Yeah, of course. I went like almost every day.
You have to be naked?
Yeah, of course.
100% naked?
Yeah, 100% naked.
No underwear?
No, that's filthy. No, you clean yourself entirely before you go in the bath.
But you share with other people?
Yeah.
Women only or mix?
Women only.
Oh.
And
jeez, I thought was.
No, I know Chinese people are a lot more prude about this kind of thing, and here I am comparing, doing the thing that I said I would not do, but no, this is like it's very natural, I guess, or normal in Japan.
But what is if you are super clean, so you go there not for cleaning, it's for like warming up your body or something?
No. You have to clean yourself before you
100%,
enter the bath.
100%, very clean. Yeah. But then what is the purpose of sitting there like in a broth?
They have different baths. They have some that are medicinal, some that can massage you with jets. It depends which public bath you go to. So
you like that?
Yeah, of course. I love that.
How many times you been to the bath?
I don't know, like at the end of my stay in Japan, I didn't want to use the bathroom in my shared house anymore for various reasons. So I went there every day. So I went there a lot.
Is that expensive every visit or?
No, it's between $3 and $6 depending on which one you go to, and you can stay there
for a long time.
Yeah, the whole day.
Really, you can take a nap.
Of course, and they have like massage chairs. They have like lounging chairs. I
want to do that.
They have books that you can read, a TV. They have drinks that you can purchase.
That's a nice culture to have.
It's Japan. It's amazing because the speed of daily life is very quick, very fast. Of course, the working culture is very high pressure and fast paced, but underlying this fast pace, there's a ceremonious calm, almost a religious slowness to things, and Japanese people take time to do things well, to do everything well.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
But is that real? Like, I don't know, a lot of like people working there or not. A lot of people, they said like they work really hard in the office time, but then after work, they go a lot of time. They go socialize with colleagues, drink, right? Is still true today?
Of course.
That's a really nice thing to have.
Yeah, of course, some social pressure is involved in the drinking.
They drink a lot of sake as well.
Yeah, beer, sake. Yeah.
Jeez, that's really nice. You know, in Chinese, when I read a lot of Chinese classics literatures, like I don't know when it stopped. I guess 1900. We used to have like a shaojiu like a sake as well. So only 15% something. You drink like a big bowl with a bowl instead of little cups.
Okay.
So that time like we had a lot of 酒馆. It's like a pub or bar.
Okay.
In old China.
Oh, yeah.
So but then they disappeared. That thing totally disappeared. There's no such a thing after the.
That's bad.
I don't know, because of the current Communist Party, the new country, new China, or even before that, even the end of Qing Dynasty. I guess 1912, because the Republic of China, end of the 1912. Even after that, because I never heard of that. There's a tea house, and then the 酒馆, 茶馆, 酒馆.
Oh yeah.
At least from the books we saw, like the people.
老舍.
Yeah, 老舍茶馆, and a lot of people, especially the people who have little bit means, little bit wealthy, they always poets. They always go visit those kind of, even prostitutes or broth or something. They always have that kind of culture, and they have a lot of the small bars and drink that shaojiu instead of the Chinese liquor right now 50%. You drink 15%, and then like sake, you don't get drunk easily. And then they socialize. They talk about politics. They talk about all those kind of things. But then disappeared.
It's part of ancient China.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But then
I don't know what to tell you.
Really surprised Japan. They kept that.
Oh, they didn't have a cultural revolution, of course.
But I mean, even before that, because I think it's after the Republic of China, 1912, way before that.
Well, the Japanese have a very strong cultural identity.
Yeah, that's
that they're very proud of.
Yeah, it's very amazing. Especially something even from outside. Sometimes even the sumo thing.
I love sumo.
Yeah.
I love sumo.
I know, but for a lot of other people that don't understand that it's kind of like intuitive. Like people, they want to live health, but they kind of want to build their body to be not so healthy, to compete in that tradition. Like same thing like the what is that in Spain? They have the bull fighting thing, bull.
That's stupid.
But for them, they're super proud. But for the people outside, you say stupid. But the sumo thing, but people, if they don't understand, they don't like it, that tradition, they like you kind of eat too much on purpose to be 500 pounds, or you know.
Yeah, but they're strong as hell.
Yeah, but you eat a lot of food.
They're the strongest people alive.
But in the 100 years ago, like every people, they're starving, and then you like eat like something too much before like you know.
People do way worse than that, you know, who aren't preserving a national tradition. I'm
really fascinated about that. That's why I want to spend some time talking to you about the trip to Japan. Like, really want to know, is that on the YouTube or YouTube videos? They just saying that, or is real a lot of bars like that kind of tradition kept?
Yeah, there's a lot of small bars in Japan, and
so people are really happy. If I live that spot,
it's amazing. It's amazing because you enter. Everything is small and magical, even though it's a big city, Tokyo. I never felt like I was in a huge city. I always felt like I was in a quiet, peaceful place, like a patchwork of little villages. I don't know how to explain it.
But like in United States or Canada, they always want to go franchise. They want to all big business plans. So you don't have small business can survive, right, on your own. So it's economically those kind of looking great on movies, but it's real. A lot of those small businesses are thriving.
It's very real.
That's
interesting.
Very real. That must be very zen for all the system can help that to survive. Like when you have Amazon, a lot of small groceries they die, right? All the small shops they die because of Amazon efficiency, everything. But if you,
I don't know how to explain it because I am not
that's magical.
a specialist of Japan in any way. I have a small experience of living there for 6 months, well, 7 months total, and I can only speak from my experience. But the things that you see
you're
in
not
movies,
lying, but it's not making sense. If like
it's real.
Yeah, it's this globalization or everything efficiency. You can McDonald's rule everything, right?
I know, and there are McDonald's, but things are affordable there in Japan. Like, it's not cheaper to go to the small, cute bar where you're gonna have amazing, prime quality food and experience. It's not more expensive to go there than to go to McDonald's.
I know
it's just like, two different experiences, but one is not.
When I watch some YouTube videos about Japanese restaurant, the small restaurant, like very good with noodles or that kind, the price is really good. With that price, with that quality food,
I know.
Why do our restaurants exist?
Handmade.
Our restaurant should not exist. We are too expensive. The quality is too bad.
But
it's really.
If you open a restaurant in Japan, all of your costs would be also reduced.
That's also the famous ones on the YouTube. The price, really, look at that price. It's amazing.
I know,
really
I never had to spend more than $20 for a meal in Japan.
Look at what we have in Montreal. It's real.
On average, it was less than $10 for a meal. On average, less than 10 for amazing food.
Even a lot of our customers say our price is really low.
Yeah.
But then still, like comparing to the price over there, still like we should not exist.
I know.
We should not exist. And
I don't know what to tell you. It's just that's the way it is. Some other things are more expensive, like fruits are really expensive. I mean, Japan is an island, I guess. That's
and I saw the speed, the people working the restaurant really fast, non-stop, really fast. At the same time, they provide really good quality food, really tasty.
Mm-hmm.
And those are famous restaurants instead of it, and the price is really surprising.
But everything is cheaper. Like I said, the sento, the public bath, they're really good experiences, and it's $5. When I went, I had a tooth that chipped, it broke, and I had like my student healthcare thing, whatever. So I went to the dentist, and they repaired my entire tooth, everything, and they also cleaned my mouth. And when I went to pay, I was expecting, not so expensive because I have, the healthcare thing. But I was expecting to pay at least $100. It was $20.
Jesus.
It was $20. I was like, "Are you sure this is right?" She's like,
"I think you need to marry a Japanese guy and stay there."
I tried and it's not gonna work because.
Did you find somebody there? No.
Well, I didn't. To be honest, I didn't really try. It wasn't really, plan I had.
You see, I'm kawaii. You see.
No, I am not near the level of
kawaii
of the Japanese girls, and I do not have a good grasp on the social norms and the dating culture there. How could I? So it's difficult especially for Western women, because I feel like there's an open-mindedness when it comes to white guys being goofy and romantic and outgoing, but the same does not apply to Western women. And
but you play the Baroque violin, right?
Yeah.
You show that every day to everybody.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. It didn't happen. So I don't know.
Show them
I
your
was
talent.
not using apps also, but I don't know. It just wasn't meant to be. I enjoyed my life there. I did what I had to do. I didn't actively try to meet anyone, so I didn't.
The public bath thing, we had the 1997, 1996, when I was senior high school. So as I said, I was in the county level. So it's like a small remote county level. So it's like not rural, not rural, not urban, not the big city.
Yeah.
So it's very between, so small place. We have the public bath, and the other thing is for real cleaning. So that like super hot steaming, and because in the high school like we only probably took a bath like every
vile.
Yeah, so kind of dirty. You clean the. We really like you go with your classmates, guys, right?
Yeah.
Boys, and you have to really use that thing, scrub your back. That's seriously, you rub my back, I rub yours. That's really steaming hot, and it's kind of when you go there, you can see the water is not clean, and you have the very hot, and then it helps to get out of the dirt, and you have. It's very not very pleasant, but right now it's that old time. Right now, nothing. I don't think that thing exists anymore.
I think they have Korean spas and stuff like that. I went to one in Shanghai, but it's not the same as Japan. And Japan is obsessed with hygiene, obsessed with hygiene, with sanitarization of everything. They're obsessed with the cleanliness of everything. So. If they walk their dog on the street and the dog pees, they have a water bottle to
to
wash it off.
Yeah.
And every fruit is wrapped individually in plastic. That's not really great, but
for environment, right?
No, yeah. So Japan is not perfect, but they are obsessed with hygiene.
And they always use one-time chopsticks, right? All restaurants I saw on the YouTube. All of them, never seen exception. They always use one-time chopsticks.
I'm not sure about that, but
all the video I've seen.
That's possible. And they have like little individual hand towels that are wrapped in plastic also before you
in
eat.
China as well sometimes. Also some steamy also. Sometimes they give you the hot one.
Yeah, the hot towels.
So, yeah. Interesting. So that's on my list to. I have a lot of things to do when I retire. So, but you during that time you visit Shanghai, right?
Yeah, twice.
Is that expensive to go? The ticket expensive from?
I don't know. It was for work, so I didn't pay.
Wow, lucky. That's good. Yeah, I visit Shanghai one time because when I go back home, I always go through Shanghai.
Shanghai was pretty crazy.
It's big.
It's big. It's a lot. It's a lot. It feels not as peaceful as other places that I've been to in my life.
So people really hurry, make money, work more.
Yeah, there's a lot of noise. And I'm very sensitive to noise. But
you should have a lot of good ear. Your hearing should be super sensitive, right?
Yeah. And it's the same here, You go to a cafe and they'll be playing like really loud music with a big beat.
Yeah.
Why?
It's
a cafe.
Is that Starbucks or
everywhere? Even like a little pastry shop.
We like noise. We like some. Have you been in the Chinese taxi? They always use the GPS. They always non-stop saying there's a speed detection in front.
Oh, that's possible. I don't know. That doesn't bother me because it's work related. But I don't always want to be assaulted by really loud club soulless music. It's always the same stupid stuff that's served to us everywhere we go. If you go shopping, sometimes I can't even enter in a shop because the music is too damn loud. And I know I'm gonna be in there and I'm gonna be like this.
Yeah, it's like drums, like that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Why can't we have some nice smooth jazz?
If you visit our small town, you will see that's even more so.
Oh no, but
because I guess that's kind of they want to attract more customers to get their attention. They open the door,
stupid.
the door is wide open, and then playing super loud.
It's a vicious circle, because when you're not exposing people to a wider range of just culture, then you're training them to not be curious. And that's something that I really liked about Japan, because the music that they play is never that stupid American beat stuff.
What do they play? The Japanese songs?
They play jazz, they play bossa nova, they play classical, they play Debussy, they play Chopin, they play Eric Satie,
That's interesting.
And even if you're not yourself, even if you don't know nothing about jazz or classical, you've been exposed to different kinds of music. How can that not be good for you? It can only be good.
I guess everything exists for reasons. What I was told, I guess a lot of customers, they like that. They get the attention to that little speaker, like the portable one with the real speaker, the thing. In the old time, our county, that small town actually, and if you sell shoes, they have a lot of shoes on sale, discount or something. They always put that louder speaker there, 70% off, it's super loud. So everywhere, if you go one street, you have different shops, and then they sell different things. Almost all of them have that kind of speaker in the front to tell you.
Culture.
Yeah. It's
it's just noise.
90% or buy one, another free, the other one free, all that kind of super loud. We get used to when you walk the street and you pick up all information already. That's how you attract.
No, of course, I get it. It's cultural, but that's not an environment in which I can thrive. Me personally, because I wasn't raised in an environment like that, and I'm too sensitive to noise. Yeah, for me to be happy and relaxed, I need to be in an environment that allows that.
Probably that means we are straightforward, we are open.
Chinese people?
Yeah. We tell you in your face, you're not looking pretty today.
Yes and no. Yes and no. You can. A lot of Chinese people will be like, "Oh, and then behind your back,
Yeah, I find that common. That's old generation thing, though. I think a lot of times old generation they say, we are so good, you are so hospitable, and then you are so good, and then when you get home, you say, they're not doing something right. They did not.
Yeah, of course, and that's every culture in the world. Every culture has some dishonesty.
We're humans.
Yeah, of course.
It's a human nature.
It's not specific to Chinese people.
Everybody the same. That's why a lot of times when I seeing a lot of people in the world, different cultures, I think people from different countries or the different background, they're all the same. It's it's only thing is different, separating them.
Shaped by their environment.
Yeah, environment and also the culture, the system. It's individual.
The accessibility to other information and other culture. How available,
That's why people move.
is.
We're lucky. Right now we have means to travel to different part of the world. Before you just didn't have that opportunity. Now it's we're living a kind of
even through internet, it's possible. But one other thing that I noticed, if we just compare Asia and North America, for example, and that's a very ambitious comparison, but in North America in general, in high school, for example, if you have a kid that's really good at math, really good at sports, and does music or good at arts, can write elegantly and eloquently and speak eloquently, that kid is probably not going to be the cool kid. He's going to be the loser or the weirdo.
Yeah, weirdo.
The cool kids that all the girls want in high school in North America are going to be the I don't give a shit.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, everyone can go to hell, fuck school. That's the kid that's cool here. Ignorance is almost glorified. And versus in Asia, of course, I only know a little bit about Japan and China, but from what I can see, those kids are the losers. And the cool kids are the ones who do well and who take stuff seriously and who are curious, who have a thirst for knowledge. So that's, they're wondering why like the Asians do so well, like the immigrants, right, in America.
Yeah, in engineering.
Yeah. It's not because they start off with more money or a better situation when they immigrate. It's because of the mentality, I don't know what I'm saying. Maybe I'm like.
But sometimes it's like
sharing too much.
But sometimes it's like too serious, not having fun as well. Yeah, we tend to, especially you're trained like me, like from we call engineering school.
Yeah.
So it's like sometimes too serious about we overanalyze everything.
Yeah.
Sometimes still have the habit like comparing, all do this, analyze everything. So we lose fun. We don't have fun. For me, it's sometimes I'm also cynical. Sometimes have too much reasoning in my head.
Yeah.
So everything. When you.
It's so hard to find the right balance.
Myself, I can speak for myself. I overthink a lot of times because I was kind of trained for that to survive, to make okay money at least, to have stable, that kind of lot of. That's why you lose fun. You are too serious. You are too smart. Like you always try to make the right.
The pressure is high.
Yeah. Also, you want to make every decision like as correct as right as possible. You always think, oh, why did I make that mistake, that bad decision? Every like little decisions you kind of always analyze, try to make it better. Over time, probably overall you make bad decisions financially or something, or your career wise, but you lose. It's even between relationships. Sometimes you have a lot of trivial things. You don't overlook those tiny things, and then you have a lot of kind of conflicts. A lot of time we kind of overreach, like a nosy.
Maybe.
Yeah. If your wife married into a family, you always have big trouble with your mother-in-law. It's very famous.
Yeah.
Like that's very severe problem.
In China.
Yeah. Very, very.
Not here.
Because they kind of, there's no kind of line between their own personal aspects. They always be nosy, especially the mother-in-law, always looking to.
Yeah, but it also comes with that generation. Because you're talking about the generation of Chinese people who grew up during the Cultural Revolution, right?
No, I guess that thing is not time. It's not generation. My wife, you see, if my wife, our generation, a lot of, like my wife, or if we have a son, she has a daughter-in-law.
Yeah.
She's gonna say a lot of things, not.
Yeah, but what does your wife do now? Does she work?
Yeah, she's working.
Okay.
But it's not generational thing. It's somehow the culture of something. We want to be responsible. We want to take care. That's the goodwill. You always come with goodwills, good thing for the children. Yeah. So you always think you are doing things for them. But then we just forget what is the line supposed to be.
Right.
It's not generations. Sometimes our generation, even I look at my daughter. What should you learn, or what skills should you have? We always we make plans for them.
Yeah, but that's normal.
Yeah, but it's like sometimes the level is too much.
Yeah.
Also every tiny, like you dress well today, you're not this behavior, that behavior. We try to correct their behavior to make sure they're on the right path to be at least successful at some level, not end up being a bad situation. Right. So that kind of stuff, very, very detailed.
Yeah.
Like you heard that in the United States, there's a very famous called Tiger Mom.
Yeah.
Tiger Mom is very real, very, very real.
Yeah.
So that thing is very. I have seen a lot of people with the parents, especially mother-in-law. It's a big trouble. One day, I thought they're gonna be mother-in-law, like.
Yeah.
So that part is like, it's about the culture as well. So we are family oriented. So family is very important.
Yeah.
But it's also helping the kids. Every young generation, we got the help from parents as well.
Yeah.
One way or the other, but it's like more by average more than the Western parents. We get more support. Even we have kids, they always come to babysit the kids of their own time. You know, it's a very different culture.
Yeah.
But a lot of good things very easy for us. Like also when our baby was 1 or 2, they already, even before, I guess, when she was born, almost several months, they came here they don't have to do a lot of things. So they just cooking the food, doing all those things. Kind of even put on the clothes for the kid, like 3 or 4 even, like, open your arms. And that's too much for here.
No. I've seen it happen. I don't know. But I see what you mean. Yeah, of course.
That's why I myself compare too. When I totally see 2 totally different cultures, different way of doing things. And so one side always like saying, what's good from other side. It's still balancing. Not easy for immigration families. This balancing is very difficult.
I know, yeah, I'm sure.
If you see 2 different things, especially you live 2 different kind of lives, and you always want to compare. Always. Sometimes we get lost. Myself, a lot of my friends, I don't know. For me, sometimes troubles me as well, but I get out of that kind of thinking right away.
Yeah, even after many years. Oh.
I need to get. Oh, jeez. I need to get some. Give me 1 second. I get some.
不好意思。
So you did not say anything?
No. Thank you very much.
Okay. So you and Sahara always said you guys like 2 girls. You always like the Chinese boyfriend. Is that? I thought you were always joking. You said that many times. So I realized you may not be joking.
No. We are obviously we are making it humorous for you.
Yeah, it was over several times. I did not.
Of course.
But
we both have had Chinese boyfriends in our lives, and we had a good experience. So that's it. And I noticed actually since I've been back from Japan, there are so many more couples where the girl is white and the guy is Asian than before.
Yeah, it's getting more and more.
In one day, I was out for like 2 hours. I saw 8 couples in Montreal. It's great. I mean, I love seeing that.
It's very interesting. Our restaurant, a lot of customers, they are like the couples from different backgrounds. Actually,
interracial couples.
Yeah. We have a lot of that kind of customers. I guess we attract those kind of customers.
Great. It's a good thing to put on your resume. Yeah.
So what is good about them?
About intercultural?
No, for the Chinese guys.
Oh. Well, it's hard to talk about that without falling into stereotypes.
Yeah.
But from my experience, they are more willing to commit.
Oh, we always committed.
Yeah.
We commit too many things.
Yeah. They're like right away committed, right away responsible, loyal.
Yeah.
and
Loyal is a big thing for us.
fast pace, way more fast pace than Western dating culture. Like, oh, we've been on a date like 3 times.
Let's get married.
We're a couple,
Yeah,
and
let's
if
get
we're
married.
a couple, it's in the prospect of getting married, because otherwise, why would you do this, right?
Yeah. We had that Chinese saying, like, if you don't want to, just stay away.
Exactly.
If your goal is not getting married, stay away.
Yeah.
Let's not start.
Yeah. So that's sometimes hard to navigate, to be honest, but it's better than some guy who's wishy-washy and doesn't know what he wants and doesn't want to commit and, keeps like pushing you and pulling you according to his moods. We don't have time for this. No matter if we're planning to get married or not, right, with the guy. Like, this kind of attitude is just not titillating. Yeah.
But do they have a lot of mind games playing with you, or like saying like just playing games like
Chinese guys?
Yeah.
I would say
do
that...
they calculate a lot in their own little mind?
Don't we all?
Yeah, but some
I
people
think
more.
everyone does. Everyone plants seeds, in the other person's mind, and there's always a certain level of manipulation, whether it is conscious or unconscious. Maybe it's more ingrained in the Asian dating tradition to use threats or manipulation or blame.
Okay.
It's more a tool, I would say, in Asian dating. From what I observe, not with myself on, but just with what I've seen, people around me. Meanwhile, in Western dating styles, we're a little bit less ready to accept that kind of.
But the mind games that, especially in like I don't know, it's like against the Chinese girls or not, but there's a very famous Chinese expression called 三个女人一台戏，三个女人 three women, three women, a big drama play. So they always have the mind games. So high maintenance, they always kind of
公主病.
Yeah, 公主病. Or you carry my bags, you buy things for me, and then
but you realize that in China, there's infinitely more men than women.
Really? That much different?
And of course, there's a lot more men than women. So
right
that's why the women, they can have their pick. So they can set their standards.
No, I
really
guess the game
high.
changed. The table turned already. You see the 剩女, 大龄剩女, the old age leftover woman. They call it like when you are 30s and you are not married.
Me? Yeah.
That big trouble. So the table totally turned. In China,
I don't know.
because parents always pushing.
Yeah.
If you are 25 years old woman, now
you better get married now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So the parents are gonna after you at your ass every day. So if you live in the city or you working the single woman, you don't want to go back to your home during the Chinese New Year because they keep asking you all the time. Not only parents, grandparents or uncles, aunts, all the different relatives, they keep asking you. So a lot of people, they choose not going back home, just avoid that. So I guess right now, the guys having upper hand right now.
I'm not sure about that, but
because of the parents,
maybe
they give a lot of.
You might be onto something.
The parents, they usually give a little bit more leeways to the guys. If you are, for example, you're 40 years old, you're not married, you still have chance. But it's not very good for society to have that kind of pressure on women.
Yeah, but then the guys also have the incredible pressure of having to do well.
To have
having
house,
to have
cars,
a house, a car, and because if you don't, and you're 40 years old, you're not gonna.
That's why I'm saying all my life I'm super lucky.
Yeah.
I locked a girl in the university already. That time when in university you don't look at the money you make, how rich your parents. So that time I'm super lucky. She regretted probably, but
that's funny.
Yeah, seriously, she was from a city. I'm from a countryside. So by comparison, her parents doing much better, 10 times, 100 times better than my parents. So over time, I have to send money to my parents, and they're the parents gonna contribute, help a little bit extra to us.
Yeah.
So that's imbalance.
Yeah.
So, but that only happens when you are in school. When you're in school, you don't worry about money. That's where you're lucky to find your woman that time. So especially when you're super poor. I did not do that on purpose, but I was super lucky.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I had a big pressure. You would have big pressure. Right now, it's like even 2 years, if I was dating 2 years after or 3 years after when we start working. So naturally, you're going to compare.
Maybe you would have found a nice Egyptian woman
Also,
in Cairo.
but
you don't know?
But then usually you date a woman that time, like you're going to see what their parents do, what their position is, working a big company, or they had a good savings, which city they're from, and then they're gonna look at their parents, not the woman's side. Their parents are gonna do the analysis on the paper to see, this guy, their parents, what they're doing, they're from.
Not if it's a woman from not China.
But then the culture thing, is very difficult for me. Even I'm very open, I'm very international myself.
It is hard.
I went out of my way to study English, to like other culture. But still, I don't think it's easy if you live like with a different background, different country culture for like 10 years. You probably, for me even, probably gonna have a lot of trouble to see like, we have a lot of things not very compatible.
I know, yeah.
That's very tough. At the beginning, like what I said, the 小别胜新婚, when you are new to each other, every sex is beautiful, very good, or everything is good, you overlook those differences. But if you live 10 years, 5 years, you will say, I know everything about you, you know everything about me, you will hate each other.
No, but I know what you mean, because it's good to have the same cultural references of where you are from. Also the native language cannot be replaced. Even if you and your partner are both completely fluent in a second language, it's still not your first language. And there's a version of yourself that your partner is just never going to understand. That's not easy. Yeah.
Even my wife gave me a lot of trouble. I still think he's the best fit for me. So I'm the lucky guy. Because like otherwise, if you find another woman, marry another woman, I don't know. I have a lot of trouble with her, but I would expect to like have more trouble with another woman.
Oh, you have to. Once
so I'm really
someone, you have to. Yeah.
I don't know if you know the Chinese literature called the 孔乙己, IQ, 孔乙己. You probably that's too much to ask.
Yeah. No. Sorry.
Yeah. That is the literature. Like there's a kind of book. Very famous novel. Is the character is called 孔乙己. Is the character has the philosophy to act every bad luck happening on him. So always satisfied to make peace with himself. Even he was slapped by somebody, he still find a way to stay okay. So that's we call IQ. IQ spirit. IQ 精神.
I like that. That's good.
Very famous. So sometimes for me, I accept a lot of things.
That's very good.
Some people, if you look at the negative for this kind of character thing, we call IQ. IQ is a very famous character from a book.
Okay.
So that's why I sometimes say like from different cultures, the different cultures, if you visit or like for a short while, it's beautiful. But long time commitment, it could be a little bit difficult.
You have to really want it. You have to really want it. Yeah. But it's always difficult. So you pick your fight. Yeah.
It's very, I don't know why I'm so open to a lot of new things. I don't know where it's coming from. Even I'm from village, like usually the village is more, narrow-minded because we were not exposed to a lot of information. But somehow I was very international, even like out of nowhere, just like from the village to the university city, in writing to different cities in like London, Cairo, Rio de Janeiro. All those cities I spent a lot of time. So somehow it was really, that's why I moved out really early. I moved out when I was 27, 26 years old. I lived like half of my life outside of China. But I was very traditional. I was more like conservative views on Chinese culture, Chinese traditions. I was very conservative at the beginning. But then I kind of switched.
Yeah.
Kind of totally open to new ideas. A lot of I spent like good 20 years. Even today, I'm spend a lot of time learning English to get information.
Me too. Yeah.
But but you learn very good English at a very young age.
No, I started because let's be honest, English classes here, it's like English classes in China.
Really?
It's horrible.
But you were born in the city of Montreal.
Oh no, I grew up in the countryside.
Oh,
in the countryside,
like me.
yeah. And I didn't learn like a single thing other than my name is until I was 15, 16.
Did you live with cows or pigs?
Yeah, of course. And chickens and ducks.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's like we had a similar background.
Yeah. I didn't own cows and pigs, but I owned chickens, ducks, and rabbits. And
so your education did not have English at the beginning?
No. And I was also extremely bad at English. I was the worst in my class.
So what age you were comfortable with English conversations?
When I was 15, I got into a summer workshop that's called the National Youth Orchestra of Canada. So you have like teenagers, I think it's up to 25 years old, that come from all over Canada. They get together for one summer to make a symphony orchestra, put together a program of music, and tour it around the country. So I did that when I was 15, and it's, I don't know, like 7 weeks or something, and it's all in English, so that's where my level really...
you may have a gift of language learning.
I don't know,
yeah,
because...
The Chinese pretty good, I think it's pretty good level, and then the English is this level, so it's up.
Yeah, but then after that I went to Marinopolis, which is an Anglophone Cégep. Thank you very much. And then I went to Mcgill, and I studied at Mcgill for something like 8 years. Wait, 1, 2, 4, 5, 7 years. So I did all of my higher education in English, which pushes you, to learn new vocabulary and.
So your high school, that's the famous one, Marinopolis.
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 Yeah. It's one of the more kind of difficult to get in selective Cégeps in the city, I think, because it's private and it's affiliated with Mcgill, so they're really strong with science and stuff like this.
So you must be moving far from your home then.
No, because at that time my parents had moved to the South Shore of Montreal, so
Okay.
it was not that far.
Yeah.
And I got in because the music program is separated. Of course, they accept you based on an audition.
Okay.
So if you can play your instrument well, and your grades are not complete garbage, then you can get it. Because my grades were not exceptional. I almost failed mathematics, high school math, the lowest level. I barely passed. I'm very, very, very bad at math. And even French, I refused to do a lot of the school work because I didn't like the books that we had to read, so I failed reading. And my grades were not great, but...
But when were you starting, you're good at music, violin?
Oh, I started violin at 4 years old.
How do you know you are good at that?
How do I know now?
No, even what time you realized you were really good at the violin?
Oh, never. I have not yet come to that realization, but I knew that I liked it. And at the time where you have to choose, what major you're going to be taking in Cégep, I saw no other career path for myself at the time. So I went into music. And more than just, loving to play the violin, I really liked everything that comes with it. That lifestyle, the lifestyle of a musician. And I found a lot of kindred spirits in overall the world of music, people who spoke my language, who thought like me, who were sensitive to the same kinds of things that I was sensitive to. And in general, you know, when you go into the arts, people tend to be more interested and curious about all of the arts. So people who are really interested into music, a lot of the time they'll also be very well read, you know, and be interested in cinema and stuff like that. They'll be just artistically sensitive to things. So that was my crowd, you know, and I felt very at home. So that's why.
Yeah, is that true? The music, like without like boundaries, like all different countries, they share the same music. Is that real?
Well, music can be appreciated and understood and felt. No matter where it comes from. Like you can listen to music from anywhere in the world and feel it, and you know, kind of know what it's getting at or what it's trying to make you feel. Or
I want to learn something from you.
yeah.
So is that called beats? Every second you have 4 beats. Is that called beats or something?
Well,
so you have the
that's the other thing, because
1/8, 1/4.
You say you asked me if it is music can be understood from anywhere, but the way that you notate music is not the same everywhere. So me, I come from a Western school of music. So if you hand me traditional Chinese music, I cannot read it.
Okay, we have 5 tones, right? You have 7. Right?
Yeah, but the way that it's notated, it's with numbers and stuff. I can't read that.
Okay.
Even
that's called notes, right? The thing you see in front of you, put it on the piano. That's called notes, right?
Yes. But the way it's notated, even within Western tradition, I can't read, for example, a chart sheet, like jazz. I can't read ancient, you know, medieval music because I haven't been trained to decipher this music. But if you hear it, you don't need to see how it's notated. If you hear it, you will understand it because it's universal.
But in the symphony, why do they have the notes in front of them when they play?
Because you
cannot remember them?
Remember this by heart.
Oh, although even the marching band.
Of course. Well,
marching band is supposed to be simpler, right? Much simpler.
Yeah, and if you do it again, if you do it enough, you will come to remember it.
Okay.
I can remember an astounding amount of music that I have played, but it's because I have heard it and played it so many times that it's ingrained in my memory forever.
But that's the time splitting, those beats, they're universal, right? That's universal, right? When you play, for example, as back to the question, like the 1/8, a quarter, and some beats you can do the drums. They do the 1/8 is the extreme, right? The limit, right? 1/8, right? Is that called beats, right?
Yeah, a beat. Yeah, and you know, just
so
like
the human limit is the 1/8, right? The frequency you can hit the drum, is that the limit of the human can do, or?
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
No, because you like
you can have 16 notes. You mean an 8 note? You can have
the 1 second
30
you can
second notes. It just depends because if
you
it's just notated,
that you can 1 second, within 1 second you can do the 32 different tones. You mean?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, I mean, because you said 1/8, right? 1/8 means
we're talking about rhythm now.
Yeah, rhythm. Yeah,
okay.
The rhythm. So they have 1/8. So within
an 8 note.
Yeah, 1/8 note. So you can have different tones. Like that's
a tone is a pitch.
Yeah, different pitch.
A frequency is the pitch. So.
Yeah, use the 1/8 means like within 1 second you can have 8 different pitch, right?
No, I think you're confused. I'm confused because you're taking like, rhythm and pitch.
Yeah, because
and putting them together.
You have
1
second you have 8 different. You can by theory you can do 8 different kind of do, re, mi, fa, sol, right? You can do, that's why 1/8. So in 1 second you can do 8 different. On the note you can see different tones, right? It's the do, re, that's called tones, right? Is that the right term?
Yeah, pitches.
Yeah, pitches. So
Degrees
by
of the
theory,
scale?
yeah. So by theory, so you split 1 second, you can do 8 different pitches, right? That's called 1/8. Of you split the time. That's the rhythm, like one, two, but you do the 1, 2, 3, 4 thing, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 4, right? So you can do 8 different things within 1 second. That's 1/8. You can split time. That's the rhythm. You go high, low, whatever different pitch. That's the time I try to learn drum sets. Like that's the 1/8. You split time, basically. The rhythm is splitting time, right? If you do slow,
rhythm is splitting time.
if you 1 second do 2 times, dun, dun, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, right?
But pitch and rhythm are completely unrelated.
For me, it's like within
It's completely arbitrary.
Yeah, but it's like the splitting time of 1 second, you split 1 second to either 2 or 4 or 8 by the times of 2, right?
Or
Square
what
of
about
2.
3 or 5 or 7?
There's no such thing, I guess.
Oh yes, there is.
But usually that's not very usual to on the note, right? They combine those two, so 1/8 you can do. Well, that's what I learned on the book when I tried to learn.
No, I think you need to revisit.
That's why I'm really
book.
bad.
Yeah.
That's what I want to learn from you.
Okay, well.
Are you a good teacher or I'm a bad student?
Well, you've been trying to teach me, so
no,
I'm in
not,
the position of the student
I want to
at the
explain
moment.
my question.
Okay.
Because for me, I want to see the 1/8 of the second. You can play that.
I don't. Okay. First of all, get the notion of seconds out of your mind because that doesn't apply really to music. You have a tempo, which can be of your choosing.
Yeah.
So if you decide that a beat is this fast, that's like a second, right?
Yeah, that's a second.
But you could decide that the beat is.
Yeah, that's like.
So, but you can still divide this into 8 or 7 or 5.
That's I want to see what is the limit for what's the limit for you can split those seconds.
Je sais pas moi.
No, but the human nature, you can for example you play the drum, when the stick hit the drum, the how many moves, the strokes you can do. There's a limit.
You have to ask a drummer, and I'm sure it's gonna vary.
On the note, what is the on the note, what is the maximum number have you seen?
I don't know.
8 or 16. So
I don't know.
They say go this or that, and then second. Sometimes you have 8.
I cannot answer your question. Yeah.
That's a bad question.
I don't even know what you're talking about. So I think if you want.
That's why I'm an engineer. I want to see that.
If you want this clarified, you're going to have to address it with a percussionist, I think.
But I thought was universal for the music world is universal by dividing how many beats of a second.
Then, obviously, I am not yet well trained enough to answer your question. I have yet much to learn.
I'm too much into that math.
Mm-hmm.
When I was trying to learn that drum set, the guy always like on the book as well. It's 1/8. It's the 1 1 2 2 3. You can go like 1 1 2 2 3. It's how fast it is. So there's the frequency. Like
no. The frequency is the pitch. It has nothing to do with rhythm.
Or could be the wrong word using the. Anyway, I cannot find that answer today. Maybe my question is wrong.
You think about it and you ask me again later.
I need to ask AI.
Yeah. You might provoke the end of AI, actually. A short circuit that the human brain can overcome, but maybe not technology.
The reason I was curious about that is like we have a limit of human to do differentiate like what you can do within like do that kind of rhythm. How many different tones, different pitches, like within a second. Sometimes people do 3 things, go a different pictures like within split second. That's like extreme fast, and then creates like a extraordinary sound experience. If you are, that's why
Maybe.
like the drums, you cannot do that because they're human. You cannot move do so many strokes within a split second.
Okay.
But the electric, the software can create that crazy, like do the 132, one of 32.
Now you're talking about physical prowess. You're talking about anatomic.
When you are when composing a music, though, composing a music, and you can using the software can split a second into give you 32 different experience tones, pitches. So that within the second you can experience the 32 different tones.
Sure.
that give you different sound
Sure.
experience. But for the instrument human play,
Yeah.
you want to do that,
Yeah.
by physically you cannot achieve that.
Okay.
That's how I was wondering. Maybe those kind of software can create some really crazy sound.
Well, of course, and it's been done a million times before. I mean, electronic music does that.
Oh, that's what probably one of the reasons I want to ask that. Maybe like sometimes human cannot create those kind of crazy combinations.
Of course, there's a lot that we can't do, but that
as long as the ears can
grasp it.
Yeah, grasp the difference of like you have those 130. They have within a second they give you 32 different tones instead of like 16 or 8. You know that will give you like the nuance of sound.
Okay.
And you will say, wow, you will see that like the computer generate the picture, right?
Yeah.
The picture they were gonna the animation the color will the shape gonna expand or the twisting, contorting. That kind of you will see, wow, you will see crazy. But usually like when you draw by hand, you just the width of the stroke just cannot create that kind of a crazy experience.
Yeah.
So I was wondering, that's why I saying like 1 second you can do how many different.
That I don't know. You have to ask AI. They will know.
That's why my brain is damaged.
Yeah, mine too now.
Sorry about I ruined your brain.
Yes.
Yeah. We call PhD, permanent damaged head.
Yes.
What is PhD? Permanent head damage.
Yeah.
PhD.
Yes.
My head is totally damaged.
I have lesions on my brain now.
Sorry about that. I need to compensate you with something that to bring your brain.
Yeah.
So how's your everything you feel like today? Like your life today?
My life today.
Yeah. Have big dreams?
No. I went to bed at 2 a.m. because I played laser tag for a friend's birthday last night. And it's...
Do you have big dreams sometimes? You want to achieve something?
I mean,
crazy?
Yeah, I would love to achieve a lot, but as long as I can create, I'll be happy. So, and as long as I can sustain.
In your profession, your field, what do you think would be a really good stuff you want to happen? Really,
Oh, well,
in your field.
In music.
Yeah.
What I prefer in my work is making CDs, making albums, recording music, because it allows you to work on a piece of music for a long time and then to have a finished product that is as close to your vision of it as it can be. Because you can work on it, you can record it many times, right? Then you can stick it all together and you can tweak the sound, you know, the what do you call it? Anyways, I'll come back later. And in music, when the art form to start with is very ephemeral, So you work on a piece of music for a long time, then you present it in a concert once, and then after that, it's gone forever, right? And musicians of the past, for example, we have nothing to remember them from, except, you know, some writings of people who heard them at the time saying they were very good, they were like this, they were like that, but you cannot hear it unless they compose music. But as musicians, I think it's hard to always just be giving yourself once for something you've worked for so long, and then it's gone. So that's why I like to draw also, and I like to record, because it leaves a piece of yourself behind.
That's the purpose of this video.
Yeah, exactly.
Even it's a city project, but like kind of it's a history, like we have ever talked, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I asked a really stupid question.
one very stupid question. No, not stupid, just extremely confusing. Yeah. But
talk to Sahara. Explain her the same question, probably.
Okay. Well, you can send her this video.
If it's crazy enough,
see what she says. But writing is the same. You know, writing leaves something behind, and then that's what I like to do. If I could, I would only do that. Always. I would play very little concerts. I like playing concerts, but I would do mostly recordings if I could. Like Glenn Gould. Do you know Glenn Gould? He's a very famous Canadian pianist who has been dead for a while now.
I only know Yo-Yo Ma.
Yeah, cellist.
Yeah, like a Sahara.
American, yeah.
Chinese also, Taiwanese.
Chinese American, no? Is he born in the U.S.?
Probably,
he's naturalized if he wasn't.
Probably born in Europe.
Anyways, he's American now, certainly.
So you must enjoy. You have a lot of music friends, right?
Yeah.
The long hair guy also. There's
Which one? Because there's many of them.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be a musician.
Oh, Tristan.
Yeah, probably Tristan. Yeah, I met.
White guy with the ponytail. Yeah. He plays viola da gamba. Excellent musician. Yeah.
Yeah, with my long hair, I'm supposed to be a musician. Somehow I'm really bad with that thing. Probably I said before. I only realized my wife told me, do, re, mi, fa, sol, you suppose they are different pitch. I thought just different words.
Oh, I see.
Only what she told me.
Ah, yes, well.
I was yelling at the popular songs, Chinese songs, like when I was a kid or whatever. I was yelling without any differentiation of those pitches.
Really?
Yeah, never. So that's why I appreciate songs by the lyrics. I really like the lyrics. If I love you, you love me, or something like that. I like reading it instead of. So
you might be tone deaf.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
In Chinese we call 五音不全.五音不全 because only 5 tones in Chinese music, classic, only 5 tones. We call 五音不全. Even 5, not even 7. Even you are not complete for the 5 tones.
Right.
That's what they describe people like me.
I see.
五音不全. It's an idiom, right? It's a good idiom.
Yeah.
五音不全. That's me. And it's a shocking revelation. My wife told me, you don't know that do, re, mi, fa, sol, you're supposed to say differently? I thought, really?
Interesting.
That's when I was in my 20s already.
Yes.
Let's see what the background, where I grew up. Even the musician teacher we don't have music class in the elementary school. In the junior high school, we had a music class. And that guy did not explain us at all with this. We just yelling every day. When we had a song to sing the national anthem, all those, at the beginning you were singing what? Yeah. Always said, 高高的心儿里，一片大森林. So 高高的心儿里, the big forest. I was yelling. That's all. So I did not know the difference.
I see.
See, I was super happy with that without knowing.
Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah, it's really. That's why music is very magical to me. I really admire people admire you. Really professional in this music.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
I think I try to understand it by mathematics,
yes.
your split second by
are trying to rationalize it in a way that you can understand, but unfortunately it does not make sense.
I'm computer science. I major in computer science.
Yes.
It's a binary.
Yeah.
Sex
Music is not binary.
Sex is gender is fluid.
Yes.
Not binary.
Yeah.
So like
most things in life are not binary, in fact.
Yeah. So it's like a computer science. Everything we go 0, 1, 0, 1, and then you do the square of 2 would be 3 seconds for 4 or 8 or 16 or 32 or 64.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, 2 times 10 or 2 squared 10, so it'd be 1024.
I see.
So we live by 1024.
Okay.
So that's like music the same.
No, it is not.
Yeah.
But it was a nice try.
That's why I'm silly sometimes. Yeah. That's why seriously the people know English like know music. I'm super happy with my daughter. She's good at it. She plays piano. So
oh yeah. Very nice.
Not very successfully by my wife's standard.
Mm-hmm.
She's still pushing. Yeah, and also for the what else you want to like for the language you want to be really good at Chinese as well.
Yeah, I'll keep working on Chinese and Japanese and English and French.
French is very good.
Yeah, but you can always be better.
Hey, 1 out of 10, like Chinese, like your Chinese better than your Japanese, right? Right now.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because if one day, like right now, you're probably 6 of 10 for Chinese, right?
Oh no, I'm like 1.
No way.
1 out of 10.
You remember you had that the video like with the Frank guy?
Yeah.
And
my Chinese is better now than it was then.
Yeah, even then, like you had the whole conversation like in Chinese.
Yeah, but it was kind of pathetic.
No, that's pretty impressive. You see a lot of comments on the YouTube video, like.
Yeah, because Chinese people will always be astounded that someone not Chinese will have taken any time to learn any Chinese.
No, that level already.
Just because it's rare.
I guess that's already like my 10 years ago my English level. If somebody asked me to do an English composition, like an interview like that, I could not finish that the whole thing in English like 10 or 15 years ago. That's really impressive. That's a good. It's a total different language, so you're supposed to be super satisfied.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like Chinese.
And then what else about actually, I forgot to ask you, what aspect of the Chinese culture you notice very different about the overall the tradition? So far, you have been exposed to the language, to the culture. You see anything standing out for the characteristic?
From what I
from your experience to see
native culture.
To see like this.
I mean, it's all different. Everything is different.
What characteristics? Yeah, standing out 1 or 2. I can see what is the Western for me. When we call the individualist.
That's what you're getting at.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
And people make their own, like take the more risky. Seriously, I see. If you want to be individualist, you're probably gonna willing to take more. If you have more freedom of choices, you're gonna have more like kind of level to accept the risks.
Yeah.
You don't rely 100% or big percentage on like a group,
Yeah.
That one was a little bit shocking for me to see. Oh, people really making those decisions actually is brave. You kind of live your own, like die on your own words.
Yeah.
That kind of individualism, very, very eye-opening for me.
Yeah.
I would say that's why I was willing. That one I really like. I really like people making those kind of willing to accept that kind of level of risk. For us, we were training like let's stick together, right? We make decisions together, so like we feel a little bit more secure, like if we all stick together. So that's collective thinking.
Yeah.
Even like back to Japan also, it's like like Buddhist, Confucius,
Yeah.
the tradition.
Yeah.
We always value like hierarchy system.
Mm-hmm.
So like as on this level, we all stick together.
Yeah.
And there's another idiom called, I'm not sure you know that, the idiom. It's a 责不罚众. 责不罚众 is even the crowd commit a crime, is not going to be blamed. That explains the mentality of if we do bad things together, like a majority, we will not be blamed.
I see.
责不罚众. We don't put like blame on the majority to the. That's why we want to be common people. If we are common people, we do bad things together. So the responsibility is split to share the collective.
I don't know if I noticed anything. I've always kind of just done my own thing, so to be honest, I'm not sure how other people are, and I don't know. I'm not noticing that kind of stuff that much.
You just find the language is beautifully written?
Yeah, I'm just curious and interested, and
it is very interesting. The characters was formed, right? The way it's characters.
Yeah.
It's very unique. You see the Arabic or the words are like that, and the Western letters like 106 letters, and then they all have even Indian, the Hindu. Hindu is like also joined like that, but in Chinese you have like square. We always say square.
Do you have a favorite Chinese character?
I prefer they have less jokes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, simpler. Because it's very difficult to write if you have more than 10 jokes.
Yeah.
Some of them, like, within 5 or 6 is fine.
Yeah.
How many for myself? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 jokes. Yeah.
But you kind of write it just...
Well, it's a little bit too complicated.
What?
Too complex for me. Yeah.
But no, is...
E is the best.
Or da.
Yeah. The E is one joke.
I know.
I guess Japanese, the 1 to 10 is the same, right? In Chinese, the same. Same writing, right? 1 to 10.
Same.
Right. So that,
Numbers are the same.
Counting.
A lot is the same. Even where I lived, my neighborhood, I'll write it for you.
Right here, it's easier than this one.
So that's 3, right?
Yeah. That's traditional Chinese.
Yeah,
I
but
cannot read.
you recognize this, right?
Eagle, right?
Yeah,
Wait,
three like hawks.
Yeah,
right?
hawks, yeah.
In Japanese, it's mitaka.
Oh, that's totally different sound.
Yeah.
And
But some are very close. For example, like 散步 is 散步 and 图书馆
图书馆
is 图书馆. So
That's
sometimes
similar,
you're like, oh, okay, I can recognize this comes from Chinese.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's totally different.
You know,
They have different readings.
even I cannot write this one. If you ask me to write this character, I cannot write.
I think in simplified Chinese, I think it's just this. Maybe.
Yeah. Simplify
like
the
that,
bird. Yeah, simplify the bird.
And the top part.
It's
But
very.
I'm not
It's still. I guess it's still debating. We should have the simplified version now. I guess still a lot of.
Yeah, but now people, because of typing, they can write less and less actually the characters by hand. So I don't know if.
When you simplify, when they simplify in the 1950s, I believe, 1950s, we like lose the capability of reading the old books.
Yeah.
Sometimes, so you save some time, but you lose the connection. You lose some capabilities. It's very weird. But looking back, it's may not worth the change.
Don't know. It makes it easier for us.
Yeah, it's
Chinese.
Yeah, exactly. But the Hong Kong, Taiwan, they still have the same.
I know, yeah. And you can guess.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah. Wow, I'm really surprised you can write this.
I mean, that's where I live, so I saw it every day.
That's a city name?
Yeah, it's like the neighborhood.
That's one aspect of Japan is this level, right? This level.
Yeah.
They're above this level. That's the.
Oh,
In China, it's opposite.
you mean this?
Yeah.
Oh.
This is in Japan. This level below this level.
I see.
Yeah,
Yeah, there are some things that are.
Yeah, but in China, it's reversed.
Yeah.
But in the ancient China, it's like Japanese way. Because there's the governor official. This we call the 县令. That is it's the actually not bad level ranking. There's no this level. This level is below, but somehow now the current system we have this one, this underneath this one. That's why I said my senior high school is in a county level. The county level is really low level, one level below the city level. That's when I find out in Japan they have city level below the county level. It's like United States system.
Yeah.
It's really like shocking to me.
Yeah.
Somehow we reversed our own history.
Yeah.
Reversed the own tradition.
I don't know. I'm not familiar with that, to be honest.
Because I thought was okay. We are opposite to the United States system. Then I find out we're opposite to Japan too. So somehow the Japan and United States the same system, and we are the opposite. With this one, this character. And in our current one, this one means the rural area as well. And that's why like even this level and the people from big cities, they say you are from countryside. And at the city level, you have district. If you see Shanghai Hongqiao Qu, right?
Yeah.
Some Qu, like this, right?
Yeah.
So if you are district, that means you are urban. If you are the county of the city, you are rural.
I see.
Yeah, that's how you have always the big city Shanghai. They usually say a big city like that. Shanghai has like 6 districts, 7 counties.
I see.
Yeah, that's always like the bigger you have more of each.
Yeah.
So the county level for them is rural. But somehow people living in the county, they thought they're city people. That's my time.
I see.
So I only learned that recently. I just like use the Wikipedia to check out what's the difference between district and a county. So some city they have like if you're a rich city, they have more district, less counties. So the counties like usually like rural, like more agriculture. They have more farmlands. And then the district more financial centers, more shopping, more like that, like service sector. So it's more advanced economy. So I kind of learned. That's why my Chinese is not that good. I spent way too much time learning English. Then I realized when I find some curious, say some like different like county and a city, then I have to go back to Wikipedia to find out what's going on with this. What's the difference? Okay. Anything you want to ask or to say? Oh, actually, you said last time you were doing the video in the friend. Thank you. Always bring to the restaurant during your last video with Frank. To the restaurant. You said like when you're crossing the street of St. Matthew. You said like I'm gonna introduce you to a Chinese guy. Very interesting Chinese guy. Why do you think I'm interesting?
Don't you think you're interesting?
I'm very different from a lot of my Chinese friends. I'm a crazy guy.
There you go.
But how could you tell I have a lot of different ideas from other?
Because you share them willingly.
You mean you have a lot of Chinese friends, they don't share too much?
I don't have a lot of Chinese friends. But he was specifically looking for Chinese people living here who would have an interesting, point of view, and I thought that applied to you. You would be a good candidate. definitely.
That's like not only sharing, even the opinions. Opinions on different topics. I'm really
Yes, you have strong opinions.
Yeah. A lot of
I've noticed.
crazy, right?
Yes.
Sometimes it's crazy.
Yes.
A lot of time you don't agree with, right?
Yes, sometimes.
That's why I'm really different from. I don't have a lot of Chinese friends, to be honest. Like, if we have sometimes if you have deep conversation about some stuff, big topics, probably I'm gonna disagree with more than 90% of them. That's why I'm a little bit crazy. But that last time I saw in the video, you said like, interesting. I never thought I was interesting.
You?
Yeah. I thought always I was boring because I'm thinking too much. The typical engineering mind, engineering.
I don't know any engineers, so.
That's why I want to ask now. Why do you think I'm a little bit interesting? Then we will find out after today with the music thing. You were saying this guy is crazy.
Yes, well, I already knew you were crazy.
I take it as
you
a
had
compliment.
Demonstrated on numerous occasions already. Yes.
Is it a good thing or bad thing?
Of course, it's a good thing.
Oh. Yeah, actually, you are very, very interesting as well, I think. How do you feel like having a good friend as a Sahara? I always admire people who have really kind of close friends. I don't have close friends. I lost close friends, like my best friends, I guess, like the soulmate thing.
Yeah.
Probably in the junior and senior high school. I never had any close friend since the senior high school.
That's very rough. I have very close friends in my life.
Oh, that's really lucky.
Yeah, but it takes time and a lot of time investment. So maybe having a family and running a restaurant makes that difficult.
Yeah, difficult. You know, because you have sometimes you have shared similar views, at least not opposing too much, right?
Yeah, but I went to school here and then I stayed here and I've been working here always with the same people. So of course you start to have people, you surround yourself with people who think alike, right? And then you're around them for a long time and relationships are formed. So.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, seriously, I don't have close friends. Interesting. Yeah, even I'm not feel too close to my daughter too. She's too independent from me.
Well, obviously she's
not generation.
She's not a little child anymore, right? She's like
and also
preteen.
Yeah, 12.
Yeah, she's getting at the independent stage.
And also like I'm really sometimes I feel really lost because like the Chinese tradition, I don't think me and my wife put that too much into our daughters. So she's not into Chinese at all. She speaks Chinese but not reading or writing. And I asked her like, do you want to learn how to read Chinese? Or no.
No, but that might come with time.
And also the tradition thing, I don't know. I even sometimes it's weird for like immigrants like me, like living too long from home, and then like how much I value that tradition. I even don't know what is Chinese tradition or. I even don't celebrate that much to the Chinese New Year. Only thing for me, I know it's a kind of reminder to call all my parents and the relatives, like only for that day.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's a task, annual task to call them. I don't even like the Middle Autumn, Spring, 中秋节. That used to be big for me to supposed to be the symbol of a union, right?
Yeah.
And the reunion. So even I forgot to call this year.
Oh,
So over the time, like that thing is falling off the importance.
I see.
That's very, very weird for
Yeah.
people living outside their original country.
Yeah, I can't really understand that because the most that I've done is live abroad for 8 months just now, and
do you have
that's the
plans to
longest.
go somewhere else or settle in Montreal for a little bit, a long time?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet, but for now I'm back here. So I'm gonna be back here for at least a little while. We'll see.
When you travel, like, do you sometimes you see like very different from Montreal?
Yeah,
The
of course,
city?
every place is different, but kind of makes you appreciate Montreal more. I think we have a very dysfunctional and decrepit city, but overall a very interesting one. Yes.
But do you see that's like I've been living 20 years? I think like Montreal city is not going up. It's looking
Yeah,
like
it's falling apart. It's
yeah,
like a
it's-
third world country right now, but
it's like a degrading gradually, little by little.
yeah, it's falling apart,
So do you
and the rent is going up.
have you ever thought of what could be the reasons behind?
No, that is way beyond my knowledge, my understanding, and my grasp. I'm not gonna
But
pretend to know more than I do.
I pretend to know.
Yeah,
That's
I
my problem.
noticed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have too many ideas.
Yeah. So yeah, no,
It's
one can
weird.
theorize, but
Yeah, it's weird. Right? It's you can feel it's getting a little bit worse, not getting better, right?
yeah, I know, but it is home. It's
but-
home.
But you don't overthink about could be what is behind, what could get how do we get it better, or
My mind is otherwise occupied
with the Chinese culture and the
other
music.
things. Well, a million other things, yeah, that are more immediate to me than that.
One thing I have for sure, I feel for sure, I cannot do good restaurant because I think about too many other things not related to the restaurant business.
I see.
Yeah, that's the problem with me. Yeah, I spend way too much time thinking about something I should not think about.
Mm. But the mind is unstoppable, an unstoppable machine. So what can we do?
I don't know how to deal with that. Seriously, I put my energy, thinking power.
Have you tried drugs?
No,
I'm just
never.
kidding. I'm just
No.
kidding.
Even marijuana, it's crazy to me.
Yes.
But all the kids growing up, they tried it, most of them. Right? Did you try?
I have never smoked, not even a cigarette, in my entire life.
Wow, that's impressive. You must be a geek in the school. All the cool kids, they're probably gonna say, "Oh, let's try something." If you not trying, probably say you're
Peer
not cool.
pressure does
Yeah.
nothing on me. Has
That's a-
no power over me.
That's a good quality.
It is what it is.
Yeah, for me, it's just scary. To be honest, the marijuana is scary. A lot of Chinese parents, I guess, they are scared about their kids growing up here. They're gonna try. They're gonna freak them out. Yeah,
Moderation is key.
moderation. Yeah, that's my thing. So I'm not crazy anymore. I always say moderate.
Yeah.
Always moderate. I'm not extreme. Even sometimes I sound extreme, but always like the middle.
Mm.
Yeah. Compromise.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, we have a lot of in common.
Yeah.
I always like the word compromise.
Mm.
I'm principled, but compromise.
You can compromise.
So yeah, I compromise a lot. Trade-offs.
Mm.
Okay. You want eating?
我吃饱了，
吃饱了。
你呢？
没吃饱。
那你吃吧。
我们都在讲话。
嗯。
Okay, do you want to wrap it up, or do you want to say something nice? Inspiring.
好好学习，渐渐向上。How's that?
Good study. Day up.
Day up.
You know where that from?
Yeah, 毛泽东。
Yeah, you know that.
Of course.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah. Okay, so we end up here? Do you want to end up here?
Do I want what?
Do you want to end up here? This video end up here?
Oh,
we
end
finish?
it here. Yeah, sure.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the food.
After this, you will find me more strange, weird.
No,
Crazy.
you lived up to my expectations.
Really?
Yes.
So you always think I'm crazy.
Yes.
I think you are unique.
Thank you.
Yeah, very, very interesting person. Unique. Living a good life.
Well,
Had a good experience.
so far.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's do a little handshake.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you.